Hello, Gary Hernandez here, and welcome to Cane Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. This is just a quick cane tip of the week. There's times where you may buy a cane or you have a cane and you like it, but the problem is it doesn't have any grips on it. Now right here is a Cane Masters basic training cane, and they're only $41, but the thing is these canes are very nice. They're great to train with, also great to use. The horn is nice and big. You can hook it around. It's got a nice point that's not too sharp so you can practice and train with it, but it doesn't have any grips. If you want to get the one with grips, that's extra. So you buy this nice solid cane made of oak and you like it, but you want to add grips to it down the road. Now you can, if you know how to, obviously cut into the wood, or if you know somebody that can add grips for you, that's great. There's also things you can buy to put around adhesive tape and all that, paracord. I'm going to tell you my do's and don'ts on those versus what I'm about to show you. And you can add those to it. Don't get me wrong, those are great to use also. There's a lot of things you can add to this to give you grips. But if you want to get grips that will cost you zero money, I mean no money at all, I'm going to tell you how to get them and I'm going to show you how to make them. Basically, you're going to use Ranger bands. Now, I've done this video, I think a year or two ago, similar to this, talking about them. But if you know what Ranger bands are, they're basically rubber elastic like a Big Mac Daddy rubber band. Nice, big, and thick. And they were first, I believe, named that from the, and I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. I think the Army Rangers used them or made them, and then they called them Ranger bands. And basically what it is, it's tubing. And this is from a tire, a bicycle tire. Now, this is nothing, you can get this free, and I'm going to tell you how. Basically, in the plaza where I'm at, there's a bicycle shop around the corner in the front of the plaza. There's other bicycle shops all throughout Zephyr Hills. And I went up there and I said, hey, do you guys have old tubes that you throw, tire tubes you throw away? They had a box load of them. So they said, yeah, and they gave them to me to let me have them. Now, because you have the rubber tire, then you have the tube inside. And then when that tube was bad, they obviously just, replace it, throw it away. So when you first get them, they're going to have this white powder on them because I guess that's inside the tube. It's not dirt, but it's something to do with when it's inside. I don't know, they have to have bicycle ground on that one. So what you want to do is rinse it and basically wash it off and then dry it off. And then from there, you're going to want to just cut. Now there are different size tubes, so you're going to have to figure out what size tube you want for your cane. But I'll show you here. I've cut it into this one already. So basically all you're doing is taking a pair of scissors, depending how big you want something, and then you simply cut it, just like that, to where it's nice and round. And you can cut as many as you want. Now, you take a cane, and a lot of you probably already know this, and you can start here because it's easier to go from here and go around. But if you have really a nice artwork and you can't, you can obviously pull off your cap and you can start down here and bring it up. But from here, simply going to expand it, go on top, and slide it down. Now I've cut a couple earlier, so I'll take another one. Let's remember how I said you can just simply do it from here if you have some nice artwork. Same thing, expand it, put it around, slide it down, make it look nice. I'll just do one more real quick. I'll go back from the top again and show you from the top area. Expand it. And again, you're going to want to find the right size. If you go too big, it's going to shift on you. If you go too small, you're not going to get it on there. Now, you want to take time and cut them nice and even and make them look nice and pretty. I just cut these quickly, so they're not going to look so nice. Put your cap back on. I just did 3 right now. And then you put them wherever you want to. Now you have grips. So if your hands are sweaty, it's raining or something, you have nice, good grips. So when you're striking and hitting, boom. You just made yourself grips on a cane that didn't cost you anything. Zero amount of money. literally in 5 minutes from washing it, drying it, cutting it, putting it on, you got grips. Now, you can put grips up here, you can put grips in the middle, you can put grips, you can put 1, you can put 5, and you can make them, if you have small hands, you put them closer and cover small hands. If you have big hands, and you spread them out, and you have bigger hands. Now, you can do these with any cane. I'll show you right now. I went ahead and did one on now that's a traditional regular horn. I did one on derby. Now, obviously, I had to pull the cap off and go that way. But I already pre-did this one. And I cut these a little bit more nicer and even. Now I have grips, because this has no grips at all. But now I have grips. So now I have grips, so when I'm sitting here doing any techniques, I have grips. And again, you can put them lower, you can put them up, or you can put them in the middle, you can put them wherever you want. Now, these are round canes, but what if it was an octagonal? Guess what? Works on them too. Same thing, goes right around. And there you go. Again, you want to cut yours a lot nicer and more straighter than I was doing. I was kind of rushing. But again, you have grips that again cost nothing. And you can, again, like I said, you can make them, if you have a big hand, you can spread them out for a big hand. Smaller hand, you can make it, you can put 3, 4 fingers and a thumb if you want. If you got 6 fingers, add another one. That's up to you. Now, even if you have existing grips, and let's say something torn up or the wood got messed up, you can add Ranger bands to your grips and cover your old grips if you chose. I don't know, don't really know why you're going to want to do that, but you have the ability to do that. So I put a couple on there just to show you. They will work there too. So again, you can add any kind of grips of these Ranger bands to any cane. Now, paracord's great, and you can use paracord, and I've got paracord around some of my other stuff as well. Paracord does, after a while, start to loosen up unless you're gonna somehow glue it or some kind of adhesive that you're gonna attach your cane to. There's the way to tie it off to where it's nice and tight, but over time it's going to loosen up a bit. Now you can also buy, there's certain tapes that you can put around, and put tape around there, certain tapes that are kind of have a little bit of a, like a sandpaper-ish feel in a way that give you good grips. You can buy those too. The only thing is, any kind of adhesive or tape with the heat and all that, it's going to stick to your cane. You're going to have to clean your cane down. These won't, because I've had them on canes for a long time. And again, you can either pull them off, or if you got one that's super tight, you can take a little X-Acto knife and cut it right off. And again, they don't cost anything. Just go to a bicycle shop, talk to them. I'm sure they'd be glad to give you the tires. And you can use Ranger bands on all the other stuff too. You can use them to attach different stuff to different things. You can actually put, I got some survival knives where I put Ranger bands on there, and I can put a ferrocerium rod on the outside right through it. Stays right there, so you can use them to secure things as well. Kind of like mollywebbing in a way. So that's a quick idea for you right there. You can use them on any cane, and when you're cutting them, you can cut them to where they're one solid piece if you want to use just one piece, or you can make them smaller so you don't have to have such a big piece on there. You also get the right tires. You can have small ones, really little ones, or you can have bigger ones. So you just find the tires you want, and you can make any kind of Ranger bands for anything you want to add to any kind of cane there is, and you can put them on any cane. So right there, you just went ahead and have your grips designed and made. Again, it costs nothing. So hopefully that tip helps. If you're using those, great. You know about it, that's great. If you didn't know about it, it's something you want to look at, Check them out. Now you can also buy these. People sell these on eBay for like $5, $6 for a bag. If you don't want to go through the trouble, you can also. But you know what? Then that takes away the free part. Again, they are free. Time to put them on, no time at all. So hopefully that helps. If you haven't had an opportunity, subscribe to our channel, please. It does help this channel grow. Click the notification bell. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. I don't really say that stuff all the time, but I really should to try to grow this channel more. And I'll be back with some other techniques to work on and show you with the cane, as well as more cane tips. So hopefully the Ranger Band's tip helps. Gary Hernandez, thank you very much, and I will see everybody real soon. Bye.